Hi, that's a limeberry forest planting right there, and it's placed in a very awkward corner of my garden. So my work for this today is just to remove the grasses, okay, and trim the upper part, and no wiring yet because the branches are still so thin. I'm still growing this long. The lower branches I'm growing long so that they will thicken up, and maybe a year from now I can do some wiring. But the maintenance work that I'm doing this is cutting off some top branches. That is to drive down the energy towards the lower branches. So in other words, to combat apical dominance. So you will see that there are now so many grasses like this one. I have to be careful in removing this also because it's bringing along the peripheral mud that I place at the side of this planting, so that it will help prevent erosion. So basically it's just removing some of this by hand, and sometimes when it gets so hard I just use pliers like that. See, so I can bring as much root as possible. Okay, you will notice that on the other side there is lesser grasses growing because I clean up that side. There's more space there, and here, so here I can clean it here, and I can sit comfortably with this small stool. But then the side over there is much harder to clean. So sometimes I work in these awkward places in my garden because I am there's too many plants or bonsais in my garden and in such a little space. And sometimes the problem here is the plants are vying for the sun, and some diebacs of course. But anyway, I'm just limited to this, and I'm trying to maximize the content of my garden. So I will show you later when this will be cleaned up. Then I will do some trimming at the topmost. So that's about 4 feet tall. I mean long, 4 feet long. Okay, the pot is about 4 feet long. Now I have finished cleaning up the soil, and I have also restored the mud that is used to hinder the soil from eroding. So now the next thing to do is to top the, to trim the top portion so that it will combat apical dominance and drive down the energy towards the lower branches, and hopefully the lower branches will thicken and be ripe enough for wiring. But for now there will be no wiring because they are too thin, and this is also very thorny. If I will have to wire this, then I will have to put it in the workshop with a proper table and proper height, and where I can also move around. But for now I'll just do some trimming at the top. Okay, like this one, this is growing vigorously, so I need to cut them back. So basically that is just the maintenance of this limeberries, or we call this in our place wild lemon. So just that. Actually, it's not really shaping. The purpose is not actually shaping, but just to drive down the energy lower down the trunk. And with this style of maintaining this, is I'm still anticipating that this will somehow thicken the trunk in the long run also. Okay, and when the trunk gets thicker, then and the branches are placed in a position that this will be good for sure, then we'll be putting on moss. So that's the future vision I have for this forest planting. And I think I still need to add some more trees here actually, because somehow the large ones are planted almost in a straight line, and I didn't notice that only now. But instead of replanting them, I will just add some more small trees. I have plenty of these limeberries and grown from seed, and I will plant smaller ones. So this one is emanating from a lower portion, but anyway, I'm still cutting them. So again, the purpose is not really to shape for now. It's just to drive down the energy, lower down the trunk, in order to thicken the lower branches. The upper branches you don't worry about, because they are in the apex and they can grow anytime fast, so it will always catch up. It will always be able to catch up. Okay, so the work for today is done. Okay, so the wiring and the placing of moss will be in the future, and placing of additional tree will be in the future, yet maybe a year from now. For now, we are still growing the branches to thicken it up. Then that's the time we wire. Hope you enjoyed and learned something.